All right, so I just made a video on how to connect a home studio like a pro studio, and I wanted to touch on another little part of doing that, which is finding the things that seemingly are impossible to find. Here's what I mean. This is a 500 series box, and this one is made by Lindell Audio. It's a pretty cool little box. This AMS RMX16, which I have temporarily put in this box. This box right here uses metric screws, but this box, the Cranbourne Audio box, uses a different type of screws. And if you're me, I would have never known that because I'm just dumb and I assume all 500 series stuff is the same. My friend over at Pres Audio has this company where he makes the things that you can never find, and some of those things are these nice little screws. See these little screws? These are called 440 screws for the Cranbourne Audio 500 rack. And then these are the metric screws for the Lindell. You know, when you don't think about it, you're like, oh, it's a 500 rack. Of course they're gonna be the same. They're not. And who would have thought of that? So another thing that is a pain in the butt to find and to make are patch bay labels. So I just got this new Switchcraft one here. Wow. Let's see if we can focus in on that. There it is. Got the Switchcraft one, and the labels for this are different than the labels on my audio accessories patch bay. Now, I made the labels on my audio accessories patch bay with like Google Sheets, and the way that I made them was terrible. I mean, I figured it out. Took forever. It was very annoying, and they're subpar labels and they're flimsy. So these are basically like, this is just paper, like printing paper. And because a standard printer paper isn't long enough to do a whole label, I did it on Google Sheets. And there's all these little gaps because every manufacturer of patch bays has like their own way of doing labels. Ben from Trace also solved that, and he made me these very, very nice. He even matched my color scheme and stuff and did a more proper version of the labels. Look at these. Mic tie lines, follow lines, and he delivered him this cool little thing. And then he made the second set here for the Switchcraft on the bottom. So I am so pumped to finally have not only accurate, but labels that are made for the models that I have, and to slide them in there. So let's put them in there and see how they work. So you can see the top row, you can actually see them. And the bottom row are the ones that I made. Top row are the ones that Ben at Pres Audio made. Just immediately better. All of the numbers actually line up with the slots. Very easy to read. Looks great. All right, now to do the other ones. So now that I've figured out the screw situation, I'm gonna replace this, take this out of here, put it where it belongs in the Lindell box with the correct metric screws from Trace. And then I'm gonna put in something special and very new into these two slots, or maybe I'll put it at the end. I don't know. Take a guess down in the comments right now. Guess before I do it, and then guess what the two things that are going in there are. I'll give you a hint. They're mic pre's. You'll never guess what they are. Don't look at the tape. All right, here they are. This I am borrowing from Pres Audio. First off, disclosure, I don't use API stuff ever. And I've never used the CAPI stuff. This is my first intro to them. It's the Wally Hyder version. You've got your input transformer, and you've got your this Magoo here. He told me what it was. But you got that, you go through it, and then you go to your output. Got your output transformer here. What this means is it's thick. Nice. I'm so excited for this, dude. I love microphone preamps, dude. With these in here, I don't know how I'm gonna have to give these back. It's gonna be real hard to give these back. But as you can see here, this is 23 and 24. So I've got 21 and 22 open. If I'm doing my math correctly, 22 channels of output pre's, which is pretty wild. Hilariously enough, they're all being used right now, except for these, but I have things that these need to go on. It's just I'm trying to decide what I want these to live on. These are the Audioscape VP I'm sorry, V1290s, their version of the Neve Pre, and these are more of the 511s from Rupert Neve. And of course we got the CAPIs here. I think this is a good collection for the right bucket. Also, Trace Audio. I'm just shouting them out. This is not sponsored. He made those patch base labels for me. He makes these little screws. He makes snakes, cables, all of the things that I guess I should turn this way. All of the things that we need in our studios that you can never find. Like, where do you get these little screws? Like, where's the stupid cable? Where I would find patch base. That's where you get it. So thank you, Ben at Trace. And he also does the CAPI. So if you buy a CAPI, you can buy it through him and he'll build them for you, and then you'll know that they'll be built correctly. Okay, that's my piece.